Wi-Fi. I do apologize. I have to run off data. It's very, very spotty. And I apologize for cut you off there. But like I said, the label is there for poets. We are not musicians. We do not create music per se. We adapt poetry into music. And it's taken off. We've got 300,000 views so far on YouTube. We've got 133,000 views and climbing on TikTok, 11,800 followers. We put out a lot of advertising for it, or social media advertising. We haven't really done major campaigns and can't afford it yet. That comes to the subject of we've got a backer buddy running at the moment for that, to raise funds to operate with, give proper promotions. It's very important that we start concentrating on that, because we have plans. To be very honest with you, we have big plans. And the way it's going now, those plans are not going to come fruition because some things are not working here. Yeah, this is my first time on YouTube for quite a while. Apologies. Things are slightly different here compared to what I'm used to. So take a day at a time. Okay. Just trying to play a song here for you guys in the background, and that's kind of giving me grief.
AUX mode.
Okay. That's a little better, I think. If you can hear it, just leave a comment. If you can hear it, please share it. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there yet. Spotty, on and off. It's terrible. This song is playing now is one of my songs that I did for my free years. On sooner that we started the free version. These are my lyrics that I put into the song. I think what I'm going to do is it's disconnecting again. It's terrible. The signal is very, very bad. If you want me to continue, just pop me a thumbs up, please. If you can't, so pop me a like, and I know that I can see you and I can hear you. Very, very bad connection. Alright, let's get back to it. If I'm interrupted, I've got two little Dachshunds lying next to me here, my guys. So, alright, so the music louder, thank you very much for that. Let's adjust that, shall we? Is that better? That's better, just pop me. Alright, so let me raise my voice slightly too. I'm also talking very softly. Like I said, it's the first time I've done this for a while. So I've got to get the pitch of my voice right, etc. in comparison to the music. Alright, this song alone was a poem that I wrote. It's in my first book as well, book of poetry. Pieces of My Mind. It's currently on sale on Amazon. And here in South Africa, it's printed in South Africa as well now. What actually happened here is it's quite an interesting story. Is that poetry has always been a passion. I'd say in the last 5 years, more so than ever. And I've been writing a lot of poetry. I've written about 4,500 poems in the last 4 years. And I've published 3 books. I've got a 4th coming up now. I've published a children's book as well. That's up and coming. I'll do a separate YouTube on that. But it's always bothered me that we've never had the niche that normal literature gets. Normal literature gets basically all the benefit of the literary world, and it takes a small miracle for poetry to be recognized. It's maybe because there's so many of us, basically all poets at heart. Every human being has got a poetic legacy somewhere inside them. And expression it's part of the human makeup. It's part of the form, whether it's poetry, music, or writing. And I started in the writing. I wrote a lot of poems, 4,500 poems. Yeah, crap lot of poems, people. And that went on for a good couple of years. And like I said, I did my books, and then it really started to bother me that I couldn't sell a book. It's not about making money out of the poetry or whatever. It's a case of at least being a little bit of a market out there. And believe me, there's bugger all. There's nothing. It's horrendous. So I was figuring out a way. How can we elevate poetry? Well, that hasn't really been done before, and using what's available today in the modern world, what can we do to elevate poetry? And Jonathan, a friend from London, from England, he actually came up with a suggestion. He said, "I've just heard about Suno, and Suno apparently you can make your own music." I said, "Okay, no, fine." So I went and did a free version. I put a couple of my songs through, and I was gobsmacked. At that stage, I didn't know how to do music. I didn't know anything about music. All I knew is that it made my poetry sound good. Okay. At that stage, I'd already started narrating poetry for a bunch of people around the world. Sorry, that's messy, eh? I'm a man. I've already started narrating poetry for quite a few people. First for free and then paid narrations. I'm unemployed, so that was a welcome break for me. And then it got to the point, like I said, of the music. And I played with Suno, and it just felt right, man. Something just clicked. And over 4 years, 3 years, I've done 7,000 tracks in Suno. I took out a pro. I did research. I started learning about music, or how to make music, what music should sound like, about voice ranges, keys, elements, overlays, you name the technical jargon. I studied it. And I'm not a musician, but that information came in very handy when making music. And the situation eventually arose that my music became better and better from the poetry. And I started to understand a lot more what I was doing. Then people started to approach me to do songs for them as well. And that's what I'm currently doing. I've done about 400 songs. And I don't only do the songs, I do the video as well. I create a music video which goes onto all the platforms. And so far on YouTube, we've hit 300,000 views. 2,000 subscribers, climbing steadily, but getting there slowly, surely. On TikTok, placed it there too. I've got 11,800 followers at the moment on TikTok, and now 133, 134,000 views. So it's we've only been doing this in September. This is new to us. Just as this is new to you, it's new to us too. And a lot of what we're doing now is technical music. It's not just electronic popping in and then popping out again. I'm actually learning to manipulate sounds. I'm learning to manipulate elements of the music. I've become a super user with Suno, so I know exactly how to lay out a song from a poem to get the right cadence, the right tempo, the right verse flow. And it's been an education. It's been real education. And then people started to come to me, and we got so busy. I got so busy, I thought, you know what? They call me the Soul Whisperer. That's the nickname I got from Brett Saunders, a good friend of mine who passed a couple of years back. Also a poet. A co-author of a book, one of the books I did, Soul's Desire. And she said to me, why don't you make music for people? Give it a shot, and here I am today. Over 400 tracks later, 400 videos later. You can have a look on the YouTube channel, our channel, on Soul Whisperers and the Soul Whisperer and Soul Whisperers poetry music channel. And it got to the point where it was so much that, we can start distributing. So I approached Ditto. I opened my own Ditto account, and then I opened an account for the label. 5 artists, which is now fully occupied. There are five poet artists running on the label, and there's another 4 that are still what we call affiliate. That are still either coming onto the label, or they don't want to go on the label. They just want to go the social media route. So we've just recently opened up a website. Where all our poets and artists are laid out, who they are, what they do, and all their links, everything are there. So you can actually go look at the profile of this YouTube. You'll see it there. Just click on there. You go in there. But it's been an education. It's been a real education, not only to me but to a lot of the poets as well. It's been very, very important learning curve for all of us. The music industry. It's no longer just the poetry industry that we have stepped into the music industry. We got a lot of resistance from the beginning. A lot of resistance. People did not like the idea that what we were doing. And you know what? A good friend of mine, Steve Van, said to me, he's a musician here from Cape Town. I asked him to have a listen to some of the poems I did on music. And the first thing he said to me, I'm a musician and I'm attuned to a musician's way of thinking and how I perceive music. And the problem with AI is that it's too perfect. And I can hear it. As a musician, I can hear it. And it bugs me. I know it's not real. I said, well, in that case, let's just say that we make it very clear that we're not musicians. And that is what it's been about from the beginning. It was a way of elevating the poetry to another level, of bringing what would normally be on paper, or maybe spoken, to a whole different dimension, into the world of music. And you know what, it's fantastic because the sounds that come out of poetry is absolutely incredible, some of them. I would never believe that a poem could sound so musical. But if you think about it, music is poetry in a way. The lyrics come from a poetic background. There's rhyme, there's structure, there's cadence, there's all kinds of things involved in it. It's involved in narrating poetry and writing poetry. And it's got to the point now where we've started to realize that we are onto something here. It's been a difficult road the last 6 months. To be very honest with you, a couple of times I just want to say, you know what, I'm pipe dreaming. I need to pack this up. I'm tired. I can't anymore. And you know what, I'm not going to do it. My health isn't that good, but it gives me a focus to concentrate on something that I've got a feeling has got some value in it. I've got a very strong feeling. I'm a strong believer in feelings. And feelings are what drives me. Emotions and sensation is what drives me. I'm a very tactile person emotionally, if that makes any sense. And even with songs, if I get verses, if I get poems, and I have a look at it and I read it and I try to feel it. Because it's in the feeling that I know what to look for, and I'll ask the people what type of music they like, etc., what kind of sound they like, hip hop and R&B or jazz or whatever. But if I can just get an idea, I already have a preconceived idea of what it would sound like before it's even made. I know, I can hear it. In my mind, I can hear it in a way here too. And the song's playing now is called I Never Knew. Also one of my free songs. I'm not allowed to commercialize it. I am currently doing another version of it, but the lyrics remain mine. The music I may not use again commercially. So I've got currently 72 songs on streaming platforms. And the label, the combination of, as I said, 9 people, The label is currently got 71, and by December it should be about 200 on the label, on streaming, ready for download and whatever. But it's been quite a volume that's come through. Outstanding. I think a lot of people are starting to realize that there's more to this than meets the eye. It's not just a case of making money or whatever. It's or trying to be something that we're not. It's just an extension of who we are. This is called Rain. It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love this song. This song is my favorite out of all of them. Like I said, on the next live that I do, I'll be going live on a Sunday at 4 o'clock on Facebook. I'll be going live 3 o'clock on a Tuesday here on YouTube, and 4 o'clock on Thursdays I'll be doing TikTok. Also live, just an hour, not long enough. I tried to do 2 hours, but it's too long. People lose interest in. It's way too long. I mean, we're talking about poetry. How interested are you going to stay for how long? But this is my of all times. It's not even a song that I'm particularly proud of the structure of. It's just one of the first songs I ever wrote, or one of the first poems I ever wrote. And that one on Ebb and the Flow, which is currently on the other flash drive, which I'll sort out before the next live. I'll be better organized next time. Difficulty communicating between my tablet and my PC, just renovated or redone, refurbished, and I seem to still have some issues which I'm struggling with. We'll get there. But you'll probably hear all that noise in the background. I don't only do ballads, etc. I do some violent music as well when I'm in the mood. It's all about the mood, whatever. And I think all the poets are like that. That's the great thing about poetry, is that whatever mood you're in, that's what comes out in the paper, and that's what comes out in the voice, and that comes out in the song. And it creates a great opportunity for many different genres. And people are very diverse in their love of genres. I even do some horror ones. It's fun, man. It's not as serious as you may think. And I think all of us, we enjoy it. We enjoy the fact that we created something out of nothing, and it's out there for the world to listen to. I think that's a very, very important thing. We don't realize the value of that. It's a legacy, in a way. In fact, I think today I'm only going to do half an hour. I will do my full hour from the next one next week, but when I'm better prepared. But this is a great introduction back into YouTube. I haven't done a lot of YouTube work at all. I'm going to be. We're doing a lot of promotion on YouTube, so maybe it's a good thing that we get in here. But the great thing as well is, like I said, if you go into the profile on YouTube, our website, the website is there. Click on it and go through it and have a look and see who we are, what we do. I can tell you till I'm blue in my face, but if you actually read it and you look at all the people involved and who they are, I mean, from school teachers, I mean, we've got 2 school teachers, we've got unemployed mug like me, we've got, oh God, we've got a lot of different people, very, very different. They are so different in personality, in career choice. But the one thing that we all have in common is the joy of poetry, the joy of the word. And that is incredibly important to all of us, that we retain that interest, we retain the love of poetry. But I think I'm going to cut it short now. I'm looking, I see my signal dropping again, so I'm going to cut down short very quickly. But this was a nice little introduction back into YouTube. I will be better prepared next time. I will maybe change the time to the evening as well. We'll first test and see how it goes. Usually told me 3 o'clock in the afternoon, between 3 and 4 is the best time. So I put it out to the gods if that's what they decided. But what I can say is thank you for spending even this half an hour with me, under half an hour. It's been a pleasure. I haven't seen any comments. I don't see anybody here. So live chat is the only thing I see here basically is the presidential touch music is louder than your voice. Okay, and that's appreciated. That kind of input, that really I appreciate it. That just prepares me better for doing a proper live. All right, guys, enjoy. I don't have many people, not many people at all. So call it a day now. I'll put an ad out closer to the time for the next one, that you can all see what it's about and who's doing what. All right, have an awesome day. Cheers.